ahead and set the stage in just a moment.
But
first,
let's
see.
we're starting out in a park, in a wood.
Let's see. Well, first, I'd like to kind of set the scene by, I guess, introducing overall the big setting of the story.
Wow!
So basically, our story begins in a coastal city called Mythton. Mythton. That's right. How very original. Original name. Woo!
I like it.
Yeah. So here's the special thing about Mythton. Nothing. Essentially, Mythton is known for nothing but its abundance of corn and absolutely nothing else. Why did you choose to come to this failing tourist trap of a place,
Because I love corn.
Clearly. Must
No,
be something like that.
Okay, you're asking. Yeah, okay, Tiara. I have come to this place because I want to find more birds.
Yes, essentially that is correct. For Tiara, there's only one other thing that could have piqued your boundless curiosity, and the only reason that you could have been drawn to this lackluster town, a specific... besides corn, a specific breed of owl tends to nest here.
Yes. Indeed, I know that, Ara.
Though a rare find indeed, it is one you've set your sights on for a while. So, continuing your ever perilous journey across an unknown land, you've settled here, at least for a little while. A dusty old tattered apartment will have to do, as you've burned through the last bit of money you've saved, and you've been out of a job for quite a while now. But at least your birds have been well and the town has been quiet and peaceful, so what more could you ask for?
Nothing. This is wonderful, Ara.
Yeah, exactly. So, before we go ahead and dive right into the scenery of the story, how about you go ahead and give us a little idea of a day in the life of our protagonist, Tiara?
A day in the life. All right.
Sure. From the moment you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, okay. Well, so I wake up quite early in the morning because some birds are active in the morning. So I after eating a little bit of bread because I can't afford much more than bread, I make myself out into the woods and go for some bird watching. And then oh yeah, by the way, of course I'm accompanied by my little owl, which I brought with me from my homeland, And while we're watching some birds, I'm also looking for some food for Uhu. Uhu pretty much eats anything, especially mice. So I try to find some mice, but Uhu can probably do it better than I can do, so I leave it to Uhu. Yeah, so after the bird watching that we're gonna be doing for some hours, I go back into the city and I try to learn more about the city because I've just arrived. I try to find some new restaurants and stores and maybe some new accessories for my home and my clothes, and trying to find some weapons because apparently I left my weapons at home.
Indeed.
So yeah, I'm still on the search for some weapons, but also perhaps for a small side job to afford those weapons, because life is tough out here. Yeah, and oh dear. So yeah, that's then it's probably evening time, and then I'll go back home after that stroll in the city, and I just hang out with my owl Uhu, and I write in a diary because I apparently keep diaries. Yeah.
Great. Sounds good.
oh yeah, and then I try to make some dinner, which is usually just bone and soup, bean soup. Cheap as hell, but it will do. It's all I need. I'm not very picky about food. I'll eat anything, and yeah, and then I go back to sleep. That's a basic day maybe, but I'm waiting for some adventure. As soon as I get my guns out, I'll be out there getting my boobs.
Yes, indeed. Interestingly enough, the main reason that you weren't able to bring your firearms along with you is because you had a hard time getting them through customs and immigration.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yes. That was very troublesome. Yeah,
Yes. However, who knows? Anything could happen in the future. So, keep on keeping on. We'll see what happens. But yes, essentially, Tiara, you've been a little bimbo for a while, as in like no money.
Yeah.
No money, sadly.
Japanese
Yes.
bimbo. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Japanese bimbo. That was the bimbo that I meant. Listen, that was what. Listen.
It's okay. I understand, but I had to clarify it for some people.
Yes, exactly. Correct. You would be correct. So you have been living off of bread and some cheap soup, and living in a decently old and tattered apartment, kind of on the outskirts of town.
Which is actually pretty good, because since the apartment is so old, it's also infested with mice, which is perfect dinner for my owl.
That's right. That is the one nice thing. Very lucky. You got pretty lucky
It's
on that.
exactly the reason why I chose this apartment. It was all planned, Ada.
From the beginning, all part of your plan. Do you
Yes, indeed.
do you have any other birds with you aside from Uhu?
If I'm allowed.
Sure, that's fine.
So there's a crow that started following me in the city. I had some crows back in my hometown as well, but I left those there because of, I don't know, I felt that it might be safer for them there. But I recently, I don't know, maybe birds just like me, but a crow has found a liking in me recently, and sometimes accompanies me and chills and hangs out with Uhu. Ada.
Okay, wonderful. Sounds good. Yeah, they let you take birds in through customs and immigration, but no guns. So that's kind of an interesting thing, I suppose. But you really like those birds, and maybe they felt kind of bad taking those birds away. So. At least you've got
it's
some
only
company.
possible. It's just quite a hassle with documentation and vaccination and stuff. You have to get your bird vaccinated and checked out in order to bring it over. Yeah, but I do what I have to do for my favorite bird. Ooh.
Yes, exactly. That's what makes all of it worth it. Yep. And so all of you are here in this brand new place, in this brand new country that you've never been to before. Though you've been living here for several weeks now, I would say. At the time of our story. Several weeks you've been here. So let's go ahead and start off by throwing you straight into the story, and I'll have you make your first perception check, Tiara.
Yata! Okay. Yes, I understand.
Right.
Oh wait, do I roll? What was it? Wits and
composure.
that's 3 dices, please. Ada.
All right. Here we go. I'll switch to something a little more calming. All right, here we are. And for perception checks, I would say all difficulty is going to be 6. Oh, wow. So that was an incredible success. That was a significant, wow, okay, nice.
As expected, Ada.
Yes, very, very good. Okay, 3 successes, nice. All right, so I'll go ahead and set the scene for you in this case.
Okay, I'm
So,
looking. I'm looking.
You've come to your favorite park. This one is decidedly your favorite. You've been to several parks around this city, but this one, there's just something special about it. There's something delicious smelling on the air. Not really like a delicious food, but just a freshness that you can't even describe. And so many birds. Many of them are birds that you've seen before, but occasionally you see one that you've never seen and you take a quick picture of it, but they all seem to gravitate towards you in some kind of way. It's almost like they can tell that you're one of the good humans.
Yes. They love me, Ada.
Yes, indeed. Yes, the birds are chirping as per the usual on this lovely day at your favorite
Oh,
park.
wait, I can hear sound effects.
Oh, nice!
You're chirping and
perfect.
flying.
Perfect, that's right. Yes, exactly. Now everyone can hear the birds chirp. Fantastic. And the trees are just full of them, today especially, because it's a nice sunny day, and the grass is swaying ever so lightly, and the flowers that bloom in summer have just begun to poke out just a little bit, ever so slightly. And it's not quite that time of year where bugs are getting too feisty around these parts, so it's basically a perfect day, and you hear some children laughing off in the distance, all kind of playing together by the edge of the forest, and you're sitting on your favorite park bench and just admiring the birds above you. What do you choose to do from here?
I choose to take a little bit of bread out of my pocket and feed it to the birds. And try to get them to come over.
Sure. So, to do that, I'm going to have you roll an animal ken roll. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and have you add up your wits and your animal ken and let me know what that is.
Oh, that is 5 dice, please, Ara.
Great. And do you have a specialty in birds?
I do. I have verb communication.
All
I
right.
can talk to them.
So I'll go ahead and make that 6 dice, okay?
Oh, yes. Sounds
And
good.
the difficulty for this will be 6. So let's go roll a 6d10. And let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3 successes. All right.
Aha.
That's very good. So, you've done this quite a few times before, Tiara. This is nothing new to you. So you kind of spread out the breadcrumbs on the ground and gently await for them to come to you. You don't do any too sudden movements or anything shocking that would scare them away because you typically know how to interact with birds. And just like clockwork, every single time they come just bobbing up to you, eating the crumbs, and then even after that, sticking around you, chirping happily. Just like that. Just like that. Business as
Cute.
usual. You've got about
Cute.
10 of them surrounding you right now.
Oh, damn. I'm the burb lady.
In fact,
One of them is sitting on my lap.
yes, probably at this point. Yeah, with that kind of success, I would say so. In fact, I
Uhu
would
is
say a
looking
couple
a
of
little
them.
bit jealous.
Yes, definitely. You can tell that your friend, your owl, Uhu, is a little on the jealous side, kind of turning their head back and forth in a curious motion, tilting. Gotta tilt that head. The owl-
Uhu,
the
come
owl
on.
tilt.
You know you're my number one, Ara. You know it. I would never replace you, Ara.
Uhu hears this and just turns their head away like,
Oh, you freaking little burb, Ara.
And by now, actually, about 5 birds are kind of sitting up on your lap.
Whoa.
Yeah. In fact,
Cute.
they seem to be interested in something that you are wearing, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
And you glance down to kind of remember. You actually are wearing a pendant around your neck.
Oh.
It's a
Okay.
necklace you received a long time ago from someone you can't quite remember. The pendant is in the shape of a phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah. And birds love shiny
I look at my pendant.
Mm-hmm.
Burb's looking at my pendant. I open up the pendant, perhaps.
Actually, it's not like a locket or anything. It's just
Oh, it's closed. Okay.
yeah, it's just a gold pendant in the shape of a phoenix, and it glimmers in the sunlight.
Boom. Wow. Sparkly.
Yeah.
So sparkly that the crows around me wanna steal it.
They do kind of want to take it from you.
I will not let them. I will protect it. It's an important pendant.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. The birds are kind of approaching and getting closer, trying to get a closer look at it. And at the same time, you can roll to tell them to go away if you would like, or to stop bothering you
Well-
about your pendant.
Well, I have verb communication, so I tell them, No take Tiara sparkly thing, Ada. No.
All right, let's see what you get then. Difficulty 6. Okay, we've got 666, the number of the beast, Satan numbers. All right, but you still managed to do it.
They understand.
Yeah, they kind of tilt their heads curiously and eventually just kind of hop away from the pendant and kind of focus back on eating the breadcrumbs.
Very good, very good. Sehr gut.
And at this time, go ahead and make another perception check roll for me, okay?
That was wits and...
Composure.
Wits and composure. 3 dice.
All right, here you go, difficulty 6. Oh wow, that's another very high success. So at this point, you do notice something kind of odd. Well, first of all, you notice a friendly old couple is sitting on a bench across from you, and seem to be looking at you with kind of a sweet look in their eyes, because they've seen you come to this park before. You feel like you've seen them as well, and they seem like a friendly old couple.
Hello, you two, Ada.
Well, hello there, young one. Enjoying a day with the birds?
Yeah, they are being a bit too greedy today, but I tell them where their place is at, Ada.
Ha 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 ha. The old couple chuckles. Ah, yes, the birds around here are usually a little feisty, but that's because we feed them too much.
Yeah, they looked very fat indeed, Ada.
The old couple chuckles. And at this point, you also realize that the children that were playing by the edge of the forest have disappeared. Yeah, they're gone.
Children.
Yeah, but I mean, you know the kids around these parts like to
And they
go on
probably had
little
to go back
adventures.
home to their mummies.
Yeah, of course. Perhaps that's what happened. And you also notice something else. A tall figure in the distance has been looking at you for a while. Very far away, though.
Whoa, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I asked the couple if they know that dude in the distance. Ada.
Let's see. To ask something specific like that, you have a bit of a hard time with the country's language, correct?
Well, I'm multilingual, but just not.
Let's
I can
see.
speak the language, but it's not perfect.
Let's see. Because it's a fairly simple thing that you're asking for, like, hey, do you know that person over there? I won't have you roll for it. We'll just have it be an automatic action, but that will be something in the future that may come up. So keep that in mind. If you're asking for very specific things, I'll have you roll. Now, the old couple kind of glances behind their shoulders, and they don't seem to think anything very suspicious of the person behind them, and just kind of shrug it off and say, "Well, there are folks from all around that come here, like you, for example. Sometimes you don't see the same person twice. We certainly haven't seen any strange character like that before."
I don't quite trust them. Ada.
The old couple
seems
does look a little worried, but by the time that that you've said anything, the figure has actually noticed that the three of you were looking their way and has since begun walking away.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably for the better, I guess. I hope I don't meet that person anymore, Ada.
Yes, possibly, potentially. Could be just, any other passerby, but shady folks, you take note of them sometimes.
All
right.
Recently, I've heard about some incidents in the city, so gotta be careful out there, Ada.
That's right. Especially in this city, the city of Mythton, crime has actually been on the rise recently. You've seen in the news.
Oh, yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
So you got to be a little careful. You can never be too careful in this kind of situation.
Can I make Uhu follow the dude?
Sure, if you'd like to. Go ahead and do the same roll to communicate to your bird. That's what you would like Uhu to do.
I think that was six dice.
All right, here we go. And let's go ahead and make the difficulty of this one 7, I would say, because Uhu is going on a tracking mission, which can be a bit difficult, and you need to give some specific instructions.
Yes.
All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. That is a very exceptional success.
Yes, 사수가 우후.
All right. So what do you say to Uhu?
Uhu. You have to be careful, but follow that dude a little bit and see where he's going. Maybe if he enters a restaurant or something, let me know where it is later.
All right. Uhu kind of does the typical head jerk that you're used to and then flies off immediately. Because Uhu pretty much knows exactly what you want them to do.
Take care, Ada.
All right. And off they go. Now it's starting to get a little bit later. The sun is beginning to set just a bit on the horizon. What do you choose to do?